Hey guys, it's Mary with Sayre Seer, and this is your October 24th through the 31st for Aries. I hope you're doing well. As I try to shuffle, and that is my Mercury retrograde is already really messing with me because I'm Gemini. I'm like ruled by Mercury. All right, so that's my mascot is a word I was trying to remember. It's so lame. All right, this ought to be interesting. All right. Oh, goodness. So, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this regular deck, and we're just going to tell a story. And then we are going to, okay, so Aries, are you leaving someone behind? Do you worry that you're leaving someone behind because the inability to work with somebody? Okay, that's what this whole shuffling and weird thing going on feels like, so you can let me know. So we're going to just do my regular spread, kind of seeing what happens. I will be, probably doing a different style next week, but the cards have been telling the stories. They've been really telling a lot of stories. And, okay, so Aries, this could be for you or the opposite party. It could resonate all or in part, and it is a general reading. If you'd like a personal reading, you can go to my website. The information is in the description box, and there's also a link on the page. It says something like the website or something like that. So anyway, and you just click on the tarot tab. It'll give you options. So the first card out is the Ten of Wands reversed. So that's wanting to complete a cycle of burdens, great burdens. The next one is, well, it's the Knight of Swords. And so Aries, Knight of Swords is about somebody swooping in with a whole bunch of, well, maybe truth, but it and they come in quickly and they kind of blurt it out. They're not real careful, and they might create turmoil. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed, and this is about, well, it could be an earth sign, feminine energy, or it could just be somebody that maybe a wife or someone that you thought was, somebody thought, I'll say this is, you thought, like they're opposite, that you thought was nurturing, and it turns out that they're not, they're kind of dependent and self-serving, kind of, maybe a little undermining too, not honest about money or where they spend their time. And then we have the Four of Swords. So this is about, well, either somebody going to rehab or separation, hospitalization. Okay. Just had an orange. Sorry about that. I had something in there. So, okay, the next card is the King of Cups. So the King of Cups is, well, it's energy of water or emotions. It could be a masculine energy or somebody embodying this energy. So King of Cups is like, the King of Cups doesn't rush out for love. He kind of lets things come to him, but he's kind of very aloof. You can see he's like got Saturn behind him. He's like, yeah, I know what you did, kind of thing. I know what you did. I'm not sure if I want to get involved in that. That's the energy. And then we have the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords, oh, one more thing about the King of Cups. He's very emotionally balanced. Yeah, he's in control of his emotions. So he's going to react with his heart. I mean, he feels a lot, but he's not going to be irrational. Or unbalanced that way. So Ten of Swords is, well, this is the end of a painful cycle of deception and deceit, you know. So, whew. Aries. Let's look at the Ten of Wands now. We have the Sun. Ten of Wands reverse is, we have the Sun. So the Sun card tells me that, well, maybe things haven't been out in the open, honest. There's been things kind of not being spoken. And, yeah. And the thing is that with the Ten of Wands reverse, it's wanting to put down those burdens. Maybe the burdens of hiding something. Somebody is hiding something. See, because when the Sun is upright, you know, everything's illuminated. Walking in the sun, you have success. When it's not, both of these are saying somebody's trying to keep things secret or something like that. Okay? Okay, then we have the Four of Wands and reverse. And this is about, maybe they're upset that it's going to break up a marriage or a commitment or a quote-unquote happy home or the stability of a home or commitment or all the above. Okay. And so Six of Swords says, I want to leave, but I can't. Yeah, I want to leave, but I can't. I've got things to do. I've got responsibilities. Feels really heavy, Aries. So I have this thing today. My head's hurting like right here, but this is feeling more heavy, as if somebody's blocking something. So I'm already sensitive there today anyway, but it's really heavy right now. Eight of Pentacles reverse says, I don't want to work with this anymore. Or I'm afraid somebody won't want to work with me anymore. Or it's almost like, okay, I'm going to say this is you, Aries. Like you are trying to keep something secret until you're ready to leave. That's what it feels like. Because you know it's going to cause turmoil. And then rides in the Nine of Swords, the truth. Well, Page of Swords reverse says this truth is bad news. Bad news. Bad news or lies or both. Maybe bad news that somebody was lying. Six of Pentacles says, I thought this was an equal give and take. I want equal give and take. I want reciprocity. Let's keep going here. The Five of Pentacles reverse says, I want to get out of this feeling this way. I want to somebody's feeling left out and they want to get past this. Maybe that's why they need to leave. They feel like they need to leave and get out in the open. Okay. Nine of Pentacles reverse says, we're not making progress here. We're not making progress. There's no offers. There's no commitment. There's no steps being taken forward. We're actually stuck. When this card is reversed, it's not only being stuck, but it's almost like you're working backwards. Instead of creating, you're destroying. But it's not fast movement. It's like slowly. When they, in the movies, when they roll something fast and then they roll it really slow and the people are like, whoa, that's what it reminds me of. But it's backwards. So it's slowly unraveling and the words are distorted and the images, that kind of thing. And then we have the High Priestess, so upright. So this means that maybe you gained some knowledge, maybe you had intuition about where the truth was here. And this is knowledge that is handed down through the ages, knowledge that you received through your ancestors or guides or your higher self. And it really sometimes can't be explained, but you just know what you know. you know? Anyway, so now, the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Somebody was out nurturing, independent, and maybe a wife or husband material. Somebody thought they were. So here comes the Tower. The Tower falls now. Can no longer be avoided. Here it is. Here it is, or it's on its way anytime. Okay. So the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups, I mean, maybe Queen of Cups is somebody that has love, and this individual, it's a feminine energy, but it could be either one. Emotional, somebody that's emotional, but carries their heart on their sleeve. You know if they love you, you know it. If they don't, you know it. There's no games here, okay? So there's something about the Tower coming down, and then somebody not playing games, okay? Just, I don't want to play games anymore. I want real love. I want a partner that's going to truly be loving and love me. And if something's wrong, I'll see it. They'll speak it. They, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. Okay, we have the Hierophant reverse says, well, reverse it always is, not following that spiritual guidance. What did you know that you knew that you didn't want to admit that you knew? There you go, like you had a feeling something was wrong, but you said, no, that can't be it. No, they wouldn't do that. No, that kind of thing. And then when it's reversed also, it speaks not following the guidelines of society, marriage, religion, politics. Is somebody not keeping within the boundaries of a relationship? That's what it's saying to me, okay? You can let me know what you think. But somebody not following the guidelines set forth in this union or this job or this situation, And then we have the Empress. So saying, I was saying that somebody was not following the guidelines of this, but needing somebody that will show you that they love you. More than that, as is the Empress is, but wait, maybe I should have someone, the Empress is somebody that, if this is somebody you're thinking of, more than just somebody that loves me, maybe you're readdressing that, somebody that can make her own way, has their own business, is very creative, can do anything. Somebody that's been through a lot, but it made them grow, not made them less, okay? And so this is either, this is who I want to be, this is who you want to be, Aries, or who you want, the energy you want to embrace, or you want to move towards somebody that you know you can have this with, that is like this, okay? Because the Empress is a counterpart to the Emperor, and the Emperor is Aries. So that would make sense. So the Empress could be Aries also, but we'll get some more. And every situation's unique. I have a few, there'd be multiple people watching this, so it could be different for each party that it resonates with. So the Four of Swords says, I'm taking a time out, I'm going to heal, I'm going to go through rehab, I'm going to have this operation, surgery, or whatever. Because it's about the healing. The Four of Swords is about the healing. And it's about, and I always think it's interesting that the Three of Swords are over him. And those are the same swords, remind me of the Three of Swords. And from the heart, it's a heartbreak. So it could be healing from the heartbreak, but it could be healing from heart disease. It could be healing from anything. And then we have the World. So it's about ending a cycle that is not serving. So the World says the cycle is done. Now, let's get more about that. Five of Cups, reverse says, okay, the cycle of the disappointment and the regret is done. Lesson was learned. The Knight of Cups says now we can move forward and love again. We can have offers of love again. So I think it's also interesting, Aries, that we have the Empress and the Queen of Cups, and we also have the King of Cups over here. It's wanting a good match, wanting a good mate, wanting somebody equal, wanting somebody that's been through a lot, but still has love, has a loving heart. Somebody that's able to make an offer of love, accept an offer of love, and keep that offer, keep that contract, you see? Keep their word. Seven of Swords says, I've had enough of the deception, I've had enough of the trickery and the overlooking that behavior. King of Cups says, okay, maybe I'm going to hold back until I see this is what it is. Maybe I'm going to hold back until I make sure somebody's worthy. Six of Wands reverse says, in the past I haven't been successful there. I didn't make any progress there. Okay. Queen of Swords says, but because I've been through the pain, I've learned things, and I can see things in people now, and nobody can get that by me now. Nobody. The separation I've had, the having to be on my own, has taught me to be tough, and taught me to stand my ground, taught me to ask the questions nobody wants to ask. Right? So I can have my King of Swords. Is that beautiful? So we see a lot of counterparts. That is beautiful, Aries. So King of Swords is an educated person. He's kind of aloof too. He's kind of standoffish, but he's not just going to argue. He's not going to if he interacts, it's going to be. He walks in the truth. He walks in the truth and knowledge. That's who he is. He knows who he is, doesn't have to prove it to anyone. And that comes right after the Queen of Swords. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, that's really beautiful. I really like that both of them have the, like she has the guidance, spiritual guidance, and he has the sun, which the sun is a masculine figure. And the sun is, walking in the sun, being out in the open, being in the truth, being successful. Okay, then we have the Three of Pentacles. So there, it looks like there's reflection on the people that didn't want to work with you, that you decided you didn't want to work with, and why that didn't work out, and why you couldn't start out, even apprentice with these kind of people. Now that could be in work also, this card here. But it's about not wanting to work in the same way anymore. The Hermit talks about, he has a light. He's saying, I'm going to lead the way into a new future. I'm going to lead the way into my thoughts and my background and my history, so I can see what I need to change. So I can see what I need to improve. I'm going to be with myself long enough to make the change within myself, my thoughts, my actions, my future, my own knowledge. Hermit is all about self-reflection and integration. Okay, so now we're looking at the Ten of Swords. So, Ten of Swords talks about the end of the cycle of betrayal and deceit and, well, just plain old being stabbed in the back, right? So, the Page of Cups reversed talks about, not receiving the offers that you were supposed to get or somebody was supposed to, and maybe I'm not going to apologize when maybe there's an apology that was out there that so you thought you were going to get or you thought you needed to give somebody, so it's somebody deciding that they're not keeping that commitment or somebody else isn't going to. That a small offer is no offer in this situation. Maybe it's about this betrayal. Maybe there's something you think in this cycle that you think you need to apologize for, but maybe you decide that you don't. And that would be up to you. So Four of Cups says, it's about making sure I don't miss what's in front of me. Making sure that I don't miss opportunities, good opportunities and information that may be coming from the divine that I need to see. open to learning, you know, open to change, open to new feelings. Nine of Cups reverse says, otherwise I may end up in some place that I don't want to be. So reverse is no longer the happy, it's no longer the wish card. It's like, this is not my wish. Back here. So this whole cycle you're leaving was not your wish. You ended up there. So it's kind of reflection there. The King of Wands reverse says, well, this is a fire. This is, you know, this is a fire sign, so it could be either of the three fire signs, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius reverse. So this place where you left with all that pain and deception was a place of not being empowered. You know, it was a place where you weren't heard, where you weren't inspired to move forward. There was nowhere to go in that. And I don't think you liked the person you were either. That's kind of the way it feels. And there's the heartbreak right there. So, but it's healing. So, and that's good. It's healing that. So this is reflection. What we want, what we don't want, what happened in the situation. And that is really, really important to look at it before we carry on those burdens, our part and other people's burdens, into a next relationship. It's always good to take the time to make sure you've healed from this, because, well, it's kind of the good thing to do. Even if you met somebody right away, you should know where you're at in your life, you know. So, very good. Okay, so let me do a little bit different this one. So I just want to ask, anything else we should know here for Aries? Death. This can be the death of this cycle, of course. We know it because you had the World card anyway. The Moon. Just be careful of what's underneath the surface that maybe is being hidden, because there's always something hidden, good or bad, happy or sad. There's always something there. So to assume, no, it can't be that. That's probably when it is. So make sure you're in touch with your intuition, because that's why you're asking the question, is there something more here? Otherwise, that question wouldn't be there. So the Fool reverse says, take the lessons. You know that you're not the Fool. Know that you're not. And that you're going to take the right steps moving forward. Sure, the lessons do come along. And so, Knight of Cups reverse says, okay, this is about a single person. Usually it represents a single woman, but it could be a man too. I think what you're being asked here is, don't see what somebody's, what is that there? Potential is. Don't judge somebody by their potential anymore. Judge them by who they are. And if they're not what you want, when you meet them, when you know them, then maybe you should consider if that's going to be enough if nothing changes. Because this is a person that has the potential to be single and abundant and radiant. Not that they're not radiant otherwise, but, takes care of all, has their own job, house, whatever. But don't judge somebody by the potential, because we all have that potential. Judge somebody if they're what you want at that time. That is powerful. All right, Aries. Do a couple angels and ancestors cards for you. Wise one, grow within your current situation. That's beautiful. What is the wisdom that you gained here? Where you started and where you are now. How have you changed? And, sometimes the most painful relationships are the ones where we stretch and grow the most. So it's hard in the end to be angry about that when you've come so far from it. When the truth is always a gift, no matter how it feels at the time. High Priestess says, harness mystical power. You know more than you know you know. And now you know that too. I'll do one more. That you are connected to the truth. And many times you can just ask yourself, ask your higher power, ask your angels and ancestors, because you already have the answer. Medicine Mother says, honor your inner knowledge. Do we see a theme here? Okay, honor your inner knowledge of all things. Medicine Mother is about healing too. And so when we heal our soul, we heal our thinking, we heal our anything in us. We're body, mind, and soul isn't just one system that's sick. I mean, they used to believe, the indigenous tribes believed that if somebody had disease, it was a lack of ease. So disease is, you know how stress causes heart disease and all that. The balance within ourselves and within our lives always leads us to a healthier place, and a healthier mind, healthier life, healthier body, healthier relationships. So it's not about what we can change, it's about who we are now. The changes will come. Love you guys. I'm proud of your journey. You've come so far. It's been great to see everybody grow so much. Take care. Oh, have a happy Halloween. Take care.